following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5-Minute Warning.
It ain't gonna have no swag, and it's gonna be fucked up for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna burn, like, let's creatively burn in a way.
I haven't heard a word you said since pooping in school.
Well, we can't act like that didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like that didn't exist. So.
Show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-Minute Warning.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Warning. It's your man, Ruben, in the house today. And of course, I'm never by myself. I'm always with my homeboy, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Ah, man, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. The weather is great, at least until, like Friday. So enjoy that outside when you can. In some places.
Yeah, because Florida's about to get it.
Florida's about to get it. Condolences to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Yo, shit was crazy. That hurricane, it wiped out like cities, bro.
No, but another one's coming, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, that one wiped out cities.
Yes.
Like off the map.
Yes.
That's, woo. I mean, prayers and everything to all those people affected, man. That's shit. Like, I don't even, it's wow. I mean, like, it sucks, man. It sucks. There's really no other way to say it. And yet, we still don't believe in, climate change. We still got a lot of people out there who don't believe in that shit. And I'm like,
it's fake news, man. Fake news.
Y'all motherfuckers dumb. I mean,
fake news.
That's those people ask for North Carolina how fake that shit is. Like,
I believe there's some people that will still say it's fake news. After everything they've been through, they still say it's fake news.
Bro,
Every hurricane this year that I know about has started in the Gulf of Mexico. Now you explain to me how that's working.
You explain to me why people still live there. Like,
well, I mean, there was really no reason to not live there because look, man.
Unless you got a hurricane-proof house.
Historically, you don't have this issue. Historically. Now, in the last 10 or 15 years, man, weather patterns have changed dramatically because all the anxiety that I used to feel every year this time, I mean, it's October. We're well into hurricane season. I have floated through this year like I'm living in the Midwest. Hurricane, what's that now? Tornado, okay. Hurricane, what's that? That's nothing, whatever.
Yo, that's crazy, right? Because you got hurricanes on the East Coast. And you go to Kansas where nothing is. I mean, they got tornadoes just be like, hey, what's up? And I'm just like, I don't know how y'all work out there, but okay, cool. And they take, I mean, how many Dorothys get taken up into the Wizard of Oz every year, bro? Like, I mean, you can't live in California because
earthquakes, fires,
and the country is like falling off, over in California. Like, that's
what they say.
Shit, you can't live up north because it's too goddamn cold, unless you like that sort of shit. But I ain't living in Michigan, bro. There's a reason why there's not a lot of black people in the Dakotas, because it's motherfucking cold out there. I've been there. It's motherfucking cold out there. Like, when you drive on ice, my brother. That's cold. That's weak. But you ain't never seen that kind of cold.
It's
bro.
hardcore, man. I see the South Dakota or any Dakota on TV, and it's like, it looks cold on TV, man. I'm like, good gravy.
Yo, I mean, I know the American Indians, like, y'all giving us this place? The fuck? Like, fuck all of y'all. Like,
well, they took
real.
that too. I mean, they took that too.
But yeah, man, it's like, yo, man. I mean, there's not a lot of black people in Minnesota. Motherfucking cold up there.
Well, I mean,
they got that first dome football stadium, bro.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. They've had two. They tore down one, they built a new one. But like back in the day when we were kids, they played outside all day.
Bro, the University of Minnesota plays outside.
I thought you were talking about the Vikings.
Well, yeah, I forgot about them. But no, the University of Minnesota plays outside.
Yes.
I mean, they play like -10.
Yes, they can't afford a dome.
Negative what?
You heard me?
No, first of all, they play in -10 weather.
Yes.
My blood would freeze in that shit. Like, I ain't got time for that.
Your blood would not freeze.
Do I look like an Eskimo? Hell no.
If you played in Minnesota football, you would be an Eskimo, and you would be fine, and you would be at practice, and don't worry about it.
I'm just saying, bro.
You can say it all you want to, but you'd be at practice, and you'd be at a game.
I mean, and I don't even think they have an indoor facility.
They might not.
All right, bro. It's a goddamn dome.
Dedication.
That is shit. That's why they don't win nothing.
That is not true.
It took them 40 years to win some shit.
Well, Michigan, man, there are plenty.
I don't know. At least Michigan and Minnesota are two different places.
Dude.
But it's cold in Michigan.
It's all Southern Canada. Stop playing.
Southern Canada. You ain't wrong.
Exactly.
It's cold as shit. Yo, it's cold as motherfucker out there, man.
I mean, you're not wrong, but people still have to live.
Bro.
They gotta work. They gotta do what they do. I mean, I don't know what the problem is. It's cold. It's cold in Chicago.
Yeah. Yes. Fuck Chicago.
Dude, I was, my girlfriend at the time was living in Chicago. I went to Christmas to visit her, and we're doing some Christmas shopping on Michigan Avenue. And I don't know what happened, but I lost my hat.
The wind came and took that shit. I was like, I got your ass.
It wasn't even windy that night. Let me get through my story. Anyway, I lost my hat.
It's always windy.
It's not always windy.
Well, I was there.
Not unless you're at the restaurant or you're dating a girl named Wendy. Then it's always windy.
Oh, Jesus.
But anyway.
Horrible. Dad joke.
So anyway, I don't know what I did. I guess I put it down and left it, and I went outside. I said, oh, where's my hat? So I'm checking all my pockets, and I don't know where it is. Usually when you lose your hat, it's more of an irritant because you lost your hat. I experienced the kind of cold that is like, if I don't get a hat, I'm gonna fucking die. I mean, I was going from place to place to find a hat, and I promise you, they were all sold out. I finally found a place that had a hat, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
I bet you like $50 too.
I don't care what it was. And I was like, look, man, when you live in the South, cold is like optional. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you can wear shorts, you can wear flip-flops, and 30 degrees around here is cold. That night, it was 2 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
Lake Michigan was frozen over for miles. And it's like, you don't even understand. A
damn lake is frozen?
Bro, it was
frozen. Not meant to live in this shit.
It was frozen mid-crest. Like, it was just like that.
Fuck that.
Man, but Chicago's a great town. It's just not a great town in the wintertime.
Bro, like, I've been there. I've been there when I was younger and shit. And it was cold as F. I went in like November. Yo, I ain't never experienced cold like that, especially for a black man or a black kid. I was like, yo, I had my big jacket on and shit. Nah, bro. It was like, man, F your jacket. My coat is better than your jacket.
Man, you gotta put Vaseline on your face, man.
Bruh.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm just letting you know.
You walk out, you get slapped in the face.
You get slapped about a lot of things.
Like, you get slapped in the face with gold. And it's just like, yo, man. Did you have hair when you were in Chicago? Mocha Cowboy asked.
It doesn't matter because I didn't have enough hair for, I would have had to have fur, man, for that to matter. I would have had to have fur.
Like, honestly, man, Chicago's the only place where I would accept pets having clothes on. Cause like,
I don't know how animals, like punk animals survive. Like, if you lost your shaved poodle, I don't know how that's working out, bro.
No, they put clothes on your ass and make you look stupid.
I mean, Yeah, but that is. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Chicago is just a different animal.
No, I agree. F all of Chicago.
Woo. What's up, Mo?
I mean, why are you saying F Chicago? Like,
It's cold, bro.
He's talking about the weather, and I told him it's cold.
but what I'm saying is, like, you blaming Chicago for its geography? Like,
Hey, man, you missed the conversation, man. You missed the whole
I mean,
conversation.
why not just say fuck the weather in Chicago? Like, Chicago, the place. You mad at Chicago, the place, because it's cold?
That's why people get shot up in the cold, man.
No,
'Cause they
all
got
the shooting
shit to do.
happens in the summertime, so get that right,
I
sir.
about to say, yeah, crime actually goes up in the summer.
Oh,
Don't
man,
nobody
people
get
could be
shot in
outside.
Chicago in
It's
the
cold out
winter
there.
time because it is cold. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, that's the thing. That's why ain't no crime happening, because niggas ain't outside. It's cold, bro. Ain't nobody trying to be hanging out on the block when it's 20 degrees outside.
Man, that drug
Everybody's
money ain't that
inside
important.
trying to get their hands warm through the oven. I'm telling you, man, it's bad.
Oh yeah. Nah, man, we were just talking about how you know, giving our condolences and stuff to the hurricane that came through, a couple weeks ago, and then AG was saying there was about to be another one gonna hit Florida and stuff, and then we started talking about, how black people in the Dakotas because it's motherfucking cold out there and shit, and then it's like when you drive on ice, man, it's a different type of cold. Like driving on ice is not cool ever. For nobody.
I always enjoyed it when it was so cold the snow wasn't gonna stick. It's just like white sand blowing around.
Yeah, the snow's like, man, fuck this. I'm out.
It's terrible.
It's too goddamn cold out here with this bullshit. When the snow leaves, that's when you know it's like, nah, motherfucker.
Because I think we discussed moving to Chicago because I took Lauren and she loved it.
She loved it. And then did she experience the cold?
Well, let me finish my story. When we went, it was in the summertime. And Chicago in the summertime is amazing. It is the most amazing city ever. However, we started talking about it, and I was like, okay, yeah. But it's going to be wintertime soon, right? And winter in Chicago starts promptly in October, as far as I'm concerned. And then she started looking at the weather and looking at the news and all that. She's like, I'm good.
She realized she didn't want that smoke.
She didn't want that smoke. She said that she is not gonna go for it.
Nah. I mean, like, that's why Chicago Bears fans are like the greatest fans ever. Because they be sitting out there in that cold ass shit watching football.
Well, actually, it's colder in Green Bay. Because Green Bay is on the water and north.
Them motherfuckers too. Like, look, don't get it twisted. I love the Commanders. Negative, no.
There's no such
I
thing
don't
as
love
negative.
that that much.
Nah, man.
It's got to be the Super Bowl.
It's not even cold in D.C. this time. Nah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? It's been cold in D.C.
But not
it
like
ain't
that.
been Green Bay cold.
Exactly.
Like, nah, bro. I mean, we good. I watch it from that TV in my living room. I ain't got time for that, man. That's nah. Like Bears fans, man. Like, I respect them, and just like, yo, y'all the real ones, because nothing. There's no sport in life that will allow me to sit outside in negative degree weather. I promise you. There are very few things in life that will make me sit outside in negative degree weather. I mean, very few things. And I can't think of one right now. Very few things. And if family made me sit outside in negative degree weather, that better be close. I mean, like, we better be like blood transferring type shit. Like, yeah. And then I need a reason. I need a good reason.
You just said reason. You just said a reason, like family. That's all the reason you need.
I still need a reason for them too. I might listen though. Because, I love y'all. I love my friends and shit. But like, we celebrate something outside and like hey, you got that shit on like Facebook Live or something?
You would so be there. Don't worry about that, man. You're just talking right now. If your mom asked you to show up for something, don't even worry about it, bro.
I wish my mom would ask me to show up some negative degree weather stuff.
Aunt Shirley, he didn't mean to say that dumb mess.
No, because she wouldn't be out there.
I mean, I got a question, man, and this is a serious question. No. I don't mean like any. I don't mean any facetiousness or hate. It's like, I mean, you do know, like, you can dress appropriate for the weather. Like, there are things you can do to stay warm even in cold weather.
Yes, there are.
So the fact that you're acting as if like being outside in the cold somehow is like life-threatening to you in this day and age in which you ain't broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta be welcome, but like you ain't broke. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can afford some of the stuff that would help you be comfortable even in cold weather. Now, don't get me wrong. There comes a point in time when it's so cold, just ain't really shit you can do about it. But I mean, we ain't talking about that weather most of the time in the US of A. Like, usually,
not here. Definitely not here.
No, in most places in the US of A. Now, we have them cold fronts that come through, but people survive there. You know why? Because like there are things you can do with dress appropriate stuff, and you know, you can layer jackets. Hell, we got shit that keeps warm. We got electrics, like heated socks. You know, so there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do, and you're acting as if you are in 300 BC, and if it's like 40 degrees outside, you might die. Like, you're a cold-blooded animal, literally cold-blooded. Like, you just can't survive. Like, you kind of remind me of my dog who barks outside when it's like below 60 degrees, because she's like, I don't fuck with this outside shit when it's kind of cool. Yeah, when it's a breeze outside, she'd be like, hey, I don't fuck with this outside stuff. Like, and that's how you're sounding right now, which is one thing for a dog who I ain't putting no clothes on enough to feel like that. But you, adult person with resources, should not be acting as if cold weather somehow confines you to the inside spaces forever. I get it if you say, I don't like being cold. Hey, that's fair. Don't nobody like being cold for real. I mean, but for you to just be like, oh shit, if it's cold outside, I'm a prisoner. I can't. I wish somebody would ask me to go outside if it's cold.
First of all, I completely express that we're talking negative degrees here.
Once again, people survive in negative.
You're right. There are a whole bunch of people
to do it.
You're right. There are a whole bunch of people, but none of them is me. And I mean, you're right. I got resources. I hate the cold as it is. Much less if you put a line in front of it. I don't want that smoke. I just don't want that smoke.
No, I get that. And like, I've been trying to skirt around it, but like, it's not. You can't be mad at the weather because you a bitch.
Why I gotta be all that?
Like, I'm just saying,
you're pushing it a little too far.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, I get it. You don't like being cold. We've expressed that. I get that. But when you just say fuck an entire place because it gets cold.
Nah, man.
You said fuck an entire place because it gets cold sometimes.
because look, man, Virginia cold is Virginia cold. However, motherfucking Chicago cold, that's a different planet. And so is Minnesota cold. So is North Dakota cold. And I've been all three of them places. Those are different planets, man. Like, don't get it twisted. People live there because they choose to do so. I am a warm-blooded animal, and I choose not to live in a place that possibly could be so cold it has a line in front of it. That is me. That is my choice. But you said
fuck the entire place because it gets cold.
I don't need to be there when it's that cold. There's nothing for me there when it's that cold.
Once again, you said fuck the entire place because it's cold. That's more about you than the place. That's why I said, like, you can't be mad at the place because you's a bitch.
But I'm not a bitch. I just choose not to be there. Look, fuck you. That's straight up.
I like how in the middle of your own defense you realize, oh shit, that does make me sound like one. F you.
Nope. I just don't want to fucking talk about it no more. Nope. That's just straight up. Just fuck you, and we're done with it. It's whatever. I don't like cold areas. I'm never going to Chicago if I can somehow make it happen.
Bro, I have no problem with you saying you don't like the weather. I don't mess with the cold. But you said fuck the entire place.
Man, it might as well be like the North Pole up there. I ain't got time.
Ruben, it's not that cold, sir.
Bitch, please. It's cold.
AG, is he missing the point? I'm not saying that the weather is. It's like, bro, you said F an entire city just because you can't deal with the weather.
You know, there's two things I gotta say. Ruben, he's not wrong. Mo, you're a bridge too far. And this is the same thing I was gonna say about how funny our show is. I listened to the last episode before last, almost in its entirety the last couple of days on the way home. Him ripping you is fun to him. And you give him bait, and he bites it every fucking time. And it's just like,
not fun. I just want him
you have
to
too much. You get way
sounds.
too much enjoyment out of this. Stop it.
Yes, I get enjoyment out of the fact that he can't seem to hear how he sounds.
I understand.
And when I point it out, then it's F me.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I just pointed out how you sounded.
No, it's not. It's like, actually, he did say F you that time. But it's just,
strong. Y'all's
relationship is a special one. Because Ruben says stuff that's like, I'm sitting here going, did he really just say that? But you can't resist, man. You cannot resist. Because it's like, you mean, fuck the whole time. I knew it was going to happen then. So it's funny. And it makes for a great podcast. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Because like I said, I listened to the last show in its entirety on Apple Podcast. And it's the funniest thing ever. So keep talking, Ruben. Do that. Keep killing him, Mo, because it's funny.
Man, I'm not trying to kill him. I just wanted him to realize that he said F an entire geographic region.
I'm just saying, it's like you're not trying to. You're succeeding, and you do well. You make it seem effortless.
I mean, that's like me saying F Tampa Bay because they get hit with hurricanes. It's not Tampa Bay's fault.
Well, my thing was what's the difference between saying I would rather not live in Tampa Bay and fuck Tampa Bay?
No, there's a difference. I would rather not live in Tampa Bay because of Florida. I'm very adamant about saying that, but I don't say F Tampa Bay in the sentence.
Okay, I see the nuance. I see the nuance.
But I've never said F Tampa Bay.
But you said F Chicago.
You did, bro. You actually said those words many times in the last 5 minutes. You did.
Yeah, and I completely. That's my.
You didn't say F Chicago weather, F that Chicago cold. You said F Chicago, period.
That means everything about it is just like. And I spend a lot of time there, bro. There's a lot of things that even though it's cold, there's a lot of nice things in Chicago, bro. Wow. Okay, I'm out.
Let me go to the board real quick. So, Mocha Cowboy, do you have air conditioner and a furnace? I mean,
basically he's just saying, do you have the resources to keep yourself at the temperature that you prefer?
Yes. Yeah. I hope most people do. But I understand. And then, AG, me and you are twins.
Oh, we are family.
We are first cousins.
So there's some resemblance there.
Yeah.
His dad and my mom were brother and sister, so that works out.
So, I don't look like the milkman, so I'm good. So, yeah. But yeah, man. People still don't believe in global warming. Go figure.
Some people never will. It is what it is. As your entire bridge washes away. Okay.
As he said, it just means there's going to be a lot more waterfront property in a few decades.
Yeah, where there used to be a hill. Absolutely. It's going to be bad. It's just so bad. Anyway, I'm not trying to make light of it because it could be us. And that's my whole thing. It used to be. And now it's not.
That's a feature statement I made for people out there who just think I'm making a mockery of it. No, that's what somebody who's running for president said. There's just going to be more waterfront property one day. If global warming really just means there's going to be more waterfront property available.
Wow. He actually said that?
Yeah.
And that's the guy you want to roll with? Okay.
Which now I can talk about the actual reason we were talking about it, because that guy, God bless America, man. I don't know who's worse. I don't know if he's worse or his disciples are worse.
Yes.
He said
The answer is yes.
Yes to everything.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes.
I mean, like, yo, man, he says the dumb shit, and then his disciples, I call them disciples because they think he's the next coming of God and Jesus and all that. And they sit there and like truly defend that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, what? Like, I mean, yo, I don't know, man. Maybe the guy's got a great personality. I don't get it. Like, I ain't never seen some shit like this, man. It don't matter if you black, white, male, or female. Hell, he probably got some animals on his nuts. Like, this dude is the next coming of, Jim Jones? Yeah. Like, literally.
I think you just fail to interpret and understand the fragility of most people and how they have an inability to stand on business when they think they can somehow profit from riding with something. What I mean by that is, like, there are a lot of people who don't believe any of the things that he says or don't agree with how he says it, but a lot of those people still want to either be in power or like have a chance at touching a bit of the financial and social clout that comes with riding with him. Hence his own vice presidential candidate. Like, I'm just saying, like, that is proof that, like, you don't have to believe in something to be so, how do I say, bitch made and ready to like ride the first penis you think might take you to where you want to go. Like, that's what a lot of people are doing. Like, you know, we worked with someone who's sat at a table and said, how do I vote for Trump? I turn my nose up and I pull the lever. Like, he basically just said, yeah, I don't rock with a lot of what he says. However,
the R is important.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? However,
you know, and just, yeah, it's,
So I think this, you know, I think the most harmful thing that we have done as society, and this is just completely my personal opinion speaking, the most harmful thing we've done is vilified people who choose to support him as opposed to just, you know, kind of just understanding that there's always gonna be bitches. Like you can't save them all. Like, there's just, like, so when people get in these back and forth arguments, like, I hate seeing the CNN undecided voters when they see anything and they're like, oh, well, who, and they're all undecided. Cause I'm like, none of you motherfuckers are undecided. You're not. None of you are undecided. It's just, you want to find a reason why it's okay for you to do what you already want to do. You're just looking for something that you can hold on to that allows you to do this thing that you in your own spirit don't feel good with.
Even though you don't have to explain yourself to anyone?
You don't. But once again, you're not trying to explain it to anyone else. You're trying to justify it for yourself.
Until you do explain it. Because one woman did explain it.
When you explain it out loud, sometimes it makes it worse for you.
Yeah.
You can see the people doing mental gymnastics sometimes when they try to explain it, and then they realize, oh shit, what I'm saying sounds kind of stupid. When it would have just been easier for me to just be like, hey, this is how I'm riding. Like, I could respect somebody who's like, hey, why you voting for Trump? Because that's how I fucking want to vote. Cool.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Cool, bro. Hey,
I ain't gotta talk to you no more, but I can deal with it.
Yeah, do your thing. But if you try to start making up all these like random excuses you pulling out your ass, it's like, hey, bro, I could have respected your decision, but now you just kind of sound like a bitch.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I always think it's funny to people who, I don't really like Trump, but I'm still gonna vote for him. I'm thinking, what? Like, what?
That tells me everything I need to know about you.
Yeah, I mean,
so, just saying.
Like, you know, it's okay to be sheep sometimes, but you don't need to necessarily tell everybody you sheep.
But they're proud of it, though.
Some are. Then some,
I just hate the
some are
morality
hidden.
equivalency that a lot of people do. Like you go, hey man, you know, Trump has done a lot of things in the past that are racist. But what about the emails? And what about, I'm just like, bro, we really comparing like emails that somebody may have got to like actual racist things that we have proof of that he did? Like there's proof.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, what about all the sexual misconduct? Well, Clinton got his dick sucked and lied about it. Okay, I get it. I get what you're saying. However,
That was consensual.
not even that. However, we talking about one case that we know about. How many fucking cases does this man have out? And Clinton said, I never had sexual relations with that woman, sounding like a dude that was lying to protect his status. Trump on camera, on accident, Mike said, sometimes you just gotta grab a bitch by the pussy. Like, he said that. Like, we're comparing apples to oranges here, buddy. Like, just don't try to do the moral equivalency thing. Just say, you know, when he does it, it doesn't make me feel bad. Because, you know what? He says a lot of other things that make me feel good.
That make me feel good.
Because that's what it is, man. Like, a lot of people that want to vote for him, like, that when they're looking for these bullshit reasons, that's when I start to look at him more skeptical. Because it's just like, all right, you know what you're saying is bullshit. But you don't want to say, hey, I agree with some of the shit he be saying. So you try to find some, like, actual reasoning that makes you look different than, you know, he says a lot of racist shit, but, you know, I kind of agree with some of that shit. I don't like them fucking immigrants either. I mean, I could respect you more if you just said that.
Never mind. Good luck getting somebody to say that.
No, I know it's never going to happen, but that's where the divide comes in, because you got one side trying to convince that supporter with logic and facts and, like, you know, things that we can, like, point to and, like, say, hey, we got proof of this. And you got another group that's trying to defend their ideas with fiction. Like, just fiction. Like, hey man, they eating the pets. Well, I mean, everybody says that's not true, and we've got documented evidence that that's not true. Yeah, but I saw it on social media. Yeah, because everything up there is true.
Like Byron Donalds the other day?
Yeah, everything up there is true.
God, I hate that dude so much.
They caught him in a lie, and he still didn't, was like, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Because he's a dumbass.
Play the tape. They played the tape. That's not what he said.
Just like when Trump said, when he said the good people on both sides, that was debunked. How the fuck we debunk something that was live and it's on fucking camera?
Yeah.
Like, and it was live.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't no recording. You can't pull the whole CGI shit. Nigga, you were there. And you said it, and we all heard it.
That's just like saying Kanye West didn't say President Bush doesn't like black people.
All CGI, baby. Never happened. It's been debunked. It's been debunked.
Even though we actually heard him, saw him say it.
Man.
Really? Okay.
Been debunked.
And Mike Myers was
I got one dude to say it never happened, man. It's been debunked.
Oh, that's one.
Mike Myers was like, the fuck? Like, I felt so bad for him because he didn't know what to do. He just sat there and looked plainly into the screen.
Hey, look, man. Am I the only person that always felt sympathetic for Kanye in that moment?
Yeah, you are.
No, but hear me out. Let's not act like in a lot of barbershop moments at the time, there weren't a lot of black people who actually felt that way because of all the shit that was happening. There was a lot of people who actually felt that way, and this nigga just said it live on TV, and it was just like, all right, in the moment it sounds crazy and irrational, but you weren't the only person that felt that way in that moment. I bet a lot of people who were standing on rooftops in New Orleans at that time were like, yeah, this nigga don't give a fuck about us niggas down here.
I mean,
so I always felt a little sympathetic for him, because I'm like, look, in the heat of an emotional moment, do you say some things that you don't necessarily agree with 100%, but in the moment, that's how you felt? Like, this is gonna sound sexist, but like, if he was a woman, we'd have just been like, that's how he felt at the moment. Like, it's okay. His feelings are valid. His feelings were valid. But you're right. Old boy looked at him like, "Oh shit, bro! Why you gotta say this shit while I'm standing here?" Like,
I was just like, that is the most randomest shit ever. It is not like it's. And as a black,
all the
Austin
black powers in that dude left. He was just like, "Oh shit, I can't even make a joke out of this shit."
He was like, "You couldn't have picked somebody else to be up here, this motherfucker. What the fuck, man? Y'all set me up, shit." And he did the right thing, is to say nothing.
Hey, bro. Hey, that is a dude that knows the power of shutting the fuck up. Or as we say sometimes in black, hey man, sometimes you just gotta stay out of white folk business. So he was just looking at this, hey, I'm gonna stay out you niggas business. Like, hey, if that's what y'all coalition is saying, y'all say whatever y'all want. But I'm sitting this one out.
I'm exiting the stage left.
Hey, that would have been the only thing that'd have been better if he'd have just walked off. Like, hey, bro,
you should have just slid out.
You got it, bro.
How do you even slide out from that, man?
No, not Kanye West.
No,
Mike Myers.
That's what I'm saying. How do you slide out? It's like
he should have looked at Kanye and be like, "All right, I'm gonna get on out of here."
Could have came out of absolutely nowhere. It was just, and that was the thing, right? It wasn't the fact that he said it. It was like nobody expected it. It went on no teleprompter.
But see, but that's why I felt a little bit empathetic towards him, man, because I'm just like, yo, man, because they were discussing all these tragic things that were happening in a moment. So I'm just like, hey, man, just as a black dude being in front of the camera, like, he just felt, hey, man, this is how I feel in this moment. Like, and I'm like, we ain't got to agree with him. We can acknowledge that it wasn't the right thing to say. It was definitely not the time or place. But I'm not going to fault the man for having an emotional outburst in an actual, like, really emotional time for a lot of people. I'm just not going to be that guy that, like, shames him forever for that. He done said a lot of other stupid shit in his life where I'm just like, hey, that's all you. But in this moment, I was like, hey, I'm going to give you the pass on this one, bro, because you ain't say shit that a lot of other people hadn't said, like, in rooms where we didn't think white people could hear us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just happen to say that shit, like, you know, live on TV.
National TV, too. It wasn't like...
I'm just saying, you know damn well, if some recordings came out in some black barbershops, there would be some shit that was said.
They're probably like, hell yeah.
That we would all be like, yeah, that one's supposed to get out. That one's supposed to get out. Like, I mean,
that one's supposed to get out.
Yeah, you know, locker room convo, as they say. Hey, man, it was locker room talk, you know.
And then 8 to 10 years later, he talks about how, what did he say about slavery? Oh, what was that dumb shit? Oh my God. I can't remember now.
Did he say slavery was a choice?
Yes. And I was like,
did he really? I don't remember that.
Oh my God, yes.
Now, granted, that statement, AJ, is kind of taken out of context. Because he wasn't saying the act of slavery was a choice. What he was trying to, very poorly, saying that slavery is a state of mind that's currently going on amongst black people. However,
that's not what he said.
Exactly. He said slavery is a choice.
You know what? That
what?
Actually does have context. I didn't really, because what he said was like at the time, it felt like there were a handful of black people saying some really, really violent, dumb shit. And when he said that, it just melted all together to me. And so I was kind of like, okay, there's another one. Okay. Because I had just finished hearing Ben Carson say some dumb shit like that. So when Kanye says it all feels the same. It all sounds the same. I had no idea that's what he was actually trying to say.
Hey, man,
when you listen to the whole rant, you kind of gather, okay, I see you're trying to say something. Sometimes you just don't do a very eloquent way of gathering your thoughts and presenting them so that the masses can understand it. Once again, sometimes it's like, do you blame a person for misspeaking when you have a platform, or do you blame the people who are giving somebody who can't speak a platform?
Well, when you're your own platform, you can do what you want.
Well, yes. Because that's what he was talking about, running for president. It was like, okay.
I mean, but hey, I just gotta ask the panel, who would you vote for, Kanye or Trump?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I go
I'm
Trump
just
all the
saying,
way.
those the only two people
Trump.
on the ballot.
Trump. I gotta go with Trump
that.
on that one, man, because
I don't know.
because see, Trump has some consistency that I can kind of count on. Kanye doesn't have that for me.
You know what, AG?
He's also bipolar.
It doesn't matter. What I said was what I said. Kanye doesn't have consistency. He might come out and say some stuff I actually like and agree with wholeheartedly. That makes a lot of sense. And then I think that the next moment is going to be the same moment I just had, and it's not. With Trump, I already know what I have. I already know.
I ain't gonna lie. This gonna sound terrible, but if it's Trump and Kanye on the ballot thing, I think I'm just gonna stay out of white folk business.
No, you are not allowed to say that, sir. You gave us rules, and then you ain't got. Moby Trump all the way.
I wasn't gonna vote.
Moby is
Ruben
Trump
said he
all the
wasn't
way.
gonna vote. Ruben said he wasn't gonna
That
vote.
wasn't the rules of the game, sir.
I never gave rules. I said, who would you vote for?
And you only have those two. I'm not listening to this.
An accurate answer
Not
could have
gonna do
been
it.
neither.
Not gonna do it.
I'm voting for the Green Party.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's no way I'm voting for either one of those motherfuckers. Like, hey, man, you made one of the greatest CDs ever, and then you came out and said, slavery is a choice, and it's like, how did that Kanye become this Kanye? Like, what?
And that's exactly what
I
bothers
don't know,
me.
man. So if I really had to make a choice, AG, I really don't know. I don't think I feel as confidently as you do about the consistency of Trump and you knowing some things to expect. But I do completely understand the fact that there seems to be no rhyme or reason for why Kanye does anything. So
That's
I
not
don't know,
scaring you, man.
Both are scary.
Well, yeah, but look, man, for me personally, there is something in my heart that likes understanding what's gonna happen, probably. With Kanye, he is a complete wild card at all times. So
Yeah, but
what?
but if you know the world's gonna go to hell either way, I mean,
Why am I worried about it?
I mean, on one hand, I feel like the worst thing that can happen if Kanye becomes the president is like some more very, very ugly shoes get released by a presidential nominee. You know what I'm saying? Like Trump did it. You know what I'm saying? We already know Kanye shoes was ugly as fuck, even though niggas was buying them shits. So it's like,
Weren't they like something north of $1,000?
it don't matter. It was something
They were
worth this.
terrible.
they were paying that much for those Trump gold
they were
shoes,
$400.
man. Now some pairs went $4,000.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because they only made a certain amount.
Exactly.
So,
Limited
as
edition,
they-
baby.
Yeah, so as they got lower, they went up. And first of all, like, those shoes were ugly as sin. Like, I mean, look, I'm not a sneakerhead. There's absolutely no motherfucking way in this world. Like, if I had a friend wear those, I might kick their ass. Like, seriously. Moby, like, if you had those shoes on me, you'd be fighting physically. Like, I'm just gonna take
I'm just saying, like, at least I feel like the soundtrack of America could be so unpredictable if Kanye was the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause everywhere he goes, there's gonna be a different beat dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, and like, look, man, I'm kind of here for it, man, because like, a lot of people talk about, Kanye has fallen off music-wise, but I mean, hey, man, motherfucker can still make a hot ass beat though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might not want to hear anything he's saying on the track no more, but I mean, production wise, I'm just saying. And then I'll be like, who the vice presidential candidate gonna be for Kanye, man? Because that's a deciding factor for me. Because if you say like,
oh God,
2 Chainz or Pusha T is gonna be like his running mate, then that's a platform I might be able to believe in, just because at least I know I'm getting at least 12 tracks of some shit I can listen to.
Well, no,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a little bit of pushback on that because you're pretending like Kanye is going to do something like reasonably consistent.
No. See, I know it's going to be inconsistent, but that's just like his production career as far as I'm concerned. I never know what I'm going to get, but I know at some point in time, he going to accidentally stumble on some hot fire. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time, he going to do something that I'm like, all right, because we always hear something from Kanye and we be like, that kind of sound like that old Kanye. You know what I'm saying? That still kind of make me feel good. But then he gives you Poopity Scoop. and then a religious album that makes you feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like, look, at least the president will be exciting. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we might all burn for this shit, but like, you know, it's gonna be exciting. With Trump, it's like, you know, it ain't gonna have no swag, and it's gonna be fucked up for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna burn, like let's creatively burn in a way.
Man. I haven't heard a word you said since pooping in school.
Well, this is
We can't act like that didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like that didn't exist.
so I will co-sign on one thing of that whole statement that Moby said. He is 100% correct. He has a lot of shit, such as that gospel album. However, there is one track on that gospel album that actually has some real production.
Once again, he always gonna give you something.
And
It just ain't consistent. You know what I'm saying? But
and Todd Dollar Sign was on it. Todd Dollar Sign was on it. And honestly, if it wasn't a gospel album, it'd probably be hot. Like, that was the only album or that was the only track on that album that is remotely, even Timbaland could save his ass on this. Like, that Timbaland one was horrible. Like, Timbaland, like, pulled his pants down and made a beat with his penis or something, and it was just like the worst shit ever. But that one with Ty Dolla $ign that he did, that was a slow blade.
I'm telling you that if they were both the candidates, I know we're fucked either way.
Yes, I agree.
It's just a matter of what's gonna at least give me something exciting to burn to. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm at least get one, maybe two exciting tracks out of this shit if he's there, where I know Trump is just, you know.
I just feel like if I get a hot track, because I agree, I get a hot track from Kanye, and I'm gonna feel like he gonna just like give me some hotness from then on. He's gonna give me false hope. I don't have time for it.
You see, but that's your fault. Because at this point in time, we got to accept him for what he is now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not going to let you victim blame me. I'm not going to let you victim blame me.
Okay, I'm not trying to victim blame you.
You kind of are, sir.
You're right. I am victim blaming you, but I'm not trying to. Because what I'm saying is... so I will admit that I did victim blame you, but what I'm saying is at some point in time, personal responsibility has to come into play.
And there you go again.
So I'm saying, like, we've consistently seen for like at least the last, I don't know, 20 goddamn years, that we ain't never getting that old thing back. So every time you hear something that makes you feel good, you got to already know in your heart, all right, this was his one for the year, so I can't be expecting this all the time.
But then I'm expected to call him a musical genius. He is not.
I ain't never tell you to do that.
Well, you didn't tell me to do a lot of things. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. And I'm not voting for that dude. I'm voting for Trump all day.
Did that, so hopefully you won't have to go through.
You know what?
Y'all funny. All right. So,
how come was y'all funny when you're involved in this?
Because I'm never this funny. I laugh at Joshua.
Okay.
So, AG, I understand you're saying you'd vote for Trump, and I don't disagree. I'm simply saying I accept defeat. So if those are the two candidates, I'd be like, all right, we losing either way. So how do I want to lose? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to make this shit a blaze of glory, like, or do I just want to like slowly bleed out? Like, nah, fuck that shit. Let's make it. I don't find false hope.
We on fire.
Like dramatic and glorious at all, because it's like Kanye gonna drop one. Probably going to be at the beginning of his administration. And it's going to be like, I'm thinking the next 4 years going to be like that, only to receive disappointment after disappointment. I can't do it. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Just saying. That is my personal responsibility.
And I'm okay with that, man. In fact, I'm saying you're way more right than I am.
But yet you're being contradictory at every turn.
I'm not even trying to be contradictory. I'm simply saying I'm being wrong.
Why do you want to be wrong?
I don't want to be wrong because I don't want those to be my fucking choices.
You're the one that set this whole thing up.
You did do that.
I'm not saying I didn't. I'm saying that your answer was the more appropriate, better, smarter, more responsible choice. I'm simply saying I ain't there yet. I'm just like, fuck it. Like,
you ain't there yet.
I just give me a hot track.
You have
I just need one. I just need one.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, the last like 10 minutes you have been doing this, you sound like the Trumpsters that do what you just did. And it's like, we're disgusted by
However,
it.
I'm being honest about it. I'm not trying to give you any false logic. I'm saying that it's stupid. But I'm doing
You
it anyway.
just said Trump supporters do these awful things, and you sound what's the difference?
But I'm not trying to defend it like they do. I'm telling you, it is stupid. It is the wrong choice, and I'm making it.
So Kaviako says, at least you get that one fire track from Ye. You probably won't get one from Trump. The last thing I ever need to hear is Trump rapping.
Well, again, I don't get false hope either.
I mean, he also sells Bibles now. Go figure.
Yeah, that's who that guy is.
He blessed some Bibles.
Nothing surprising.
I'd rather not even talk about that, man. Like,
but I want to address something Moco Cowboy asked. If you're a Republican, and I presume that's what the R means, you have to ride with him. That's not true at all. You don't have to ride with dumb mess.
I wonder what he's saying. Like, I wonder if he's saying if you're a Republican, like just as a voter, or is he saying if you're a Republican as somebody who's in political positions right now, you kind of feel like you have to ride with him? Because I feel like those are two different things. Like, I feel like as a voter, you don't have to ride with him, and I don't even feel like as a political person who's in politics, you should feel like that. But I'm saying the numbers suggest you kind of should.
He just answered you, Republican politician.
Yeah.
You don't have to. It will cost you to go against him for sure. But if you have a moral compass at all,
AKA Liz Cheney.
Yeah. It cost her everything, but at least she can sleep at night.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I'm just saying that's why I was just wondering, was he making the distinction on that?
Yeah,
so,
he did. He was.
If you're a politician that wants to stay a powerful politician, you kind of do have to ride with him, whether you like it or not.
And then sometimes, like, if I were in that position, I honestly would think about jumping ship if they would have me. Because, I mean, there's no guarantee the Democratic Party would have me. But I feel as though that either people actually ride with him and then some people pretending to ride with him. But for me, it's all the same. Because you're party to some things that are just evil and sinister and sometimes just dumb. So for me, I would just be like, look, can I jump ship? Real talk. I mean, if you don't want me, I get it. But this is not something I'm going to do. It's going to cost me so much, and I understand that. But if I'm a politician and I have to give, because really, if you still rocking like that and you've not said anything about it, then you may as well be complicit.
And I agree. I give you no pushback on that. I get it that, these people in power, the one thing that scares them is not being in power no more. And that's why I started at the beginning saying that, a lot of them just have a problem, quote unquote, standing on business, man. Because a lot of them got into power by saying stuff like religious freedoms, law and order party, conservatism, and now that he doesn't show any of that in his actions, they're totally acting like he doesn't completely contradict the values that they quote unquote got into office on.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, a perfect example of that was January 6th. How can you be law and order and support everything that happened? How can you do both things? You can't. Anyway, like I said, man, if I'm a politician by trade, I gotta ask somebody in the Democratic Party if I can get in. I mean, real talk. Because I promise you, as a voter, I don't vote Republican anymore. Because some of the stuff that they stand for now, which was veiled when I was a child, I'm good. Because y'all telling me y'all gonna kill me. Y'all are outwardly and overtly making it harder for people to vote. With all the things that you're doing, you're telling me that white rights are more important than everybody else's rights are.
Come on, AG, you're missing it, man. It's about open borders, man.
Yeah, whatever.
It's about open borders, man. And they're eating the fucking pets, bro.
Okay.
They're eating the fucking pets, man. What you want them to do, man? They're eating the pets. It's an open border, and Scott Jennings said that the Democratic Party is evil and see it is. So I'm just saying, like,
well, Mr. Jennings can say anything he wants to. All thing
and he does.
Yeah,
he does.
And
Often.
And I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna be party to it. I'm just not.
That's a straight fuck that guy. So awesome. So I want to talk about a couple things that we've kind of talked about before, but it's more or less like, you know, it's just what it is. First of all, the internet never loses, and for God awful, man, I cannot see enough of those those memes of Diddy, bro. Whenever you see the damn baby oil, and then you see Diddy pop behind, yo, those memes are forever great. Like, all of them are great. It's if you know what you gonna see, but the shit's fucking funny. But like, hey man, look. So you got the feds on your ass. So you're probably guilty of something because they raided both of your houses.
I mean,
hold on a second. They raided both of your houses. They raided both of your houses, and your dumb ass was out the country, and you didn't talk to Columbus short and was like, so he could tell you, nah, motherfucker, stay out the country. You couldn't do that, so you came back, and now you got arrested. And now 120 people are going after you civilly. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. You're probably going to jail for something. At the very least, racketeering, because that's why they threw that shit in there. Because compared to everything else, racketeering ain't shit. That's going to give you at least 5 years. And they can clearly prove that without question, apparently. So they just said, hey, let's throw some racketeering in there just in case we can't prove the rest of it, we get your ass on something. And then on top of all that, you got 120 people. And I said people. I didn't say women. Because they're people who are going to sue you financially for all this shit you've been doing. I bet you wish your ass stayed out the country. You know, because humans brought your dumb ass back to the country. Because, hey man, I'm innocent. And you know what? Hey Diddy, if you are innocent of all this shit, I'll go on this show and be like, I was wrong. Straight up. But I don't know, man. Federal government don't lose too much.
I mean, okay. A few things with what you say. So
talk to me.
No. I don't disagree with much of what you say. I do disagree with your open assertion that the feds are always right. Because, I mean, we got too many times in history where the feds have railroaded people, and we can go back in time and say, yeah, most of that shit was bullshit. That we got plenty of examples of that. So for you to just be like, oh, if the feds are trying to press charges on you, you did that shit. Now, for you to say they're going to win, you goddamn right. The feds don't lose. But what I'm saying is, just because the feds going after you doesn't make me automatically assume, oh, you did it.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, right?
And
because
honestly, but I'm not done. Because there's one more thing I want to comment on. Like, I don't really care about all these people coming after him civilly because honestly, that's easy prey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I ran into Diddy at some party at some point in time, I might just be like, well, shit, I'm trying to get some of this bread too.
You just ran into him? He didn't do anything, so you just ran into him.
No Diddy. If I just ran into him, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I might be like, well, shit, let me get some bread out of this too. But there's only one entity that should be suing him. And that's Johnson & Johnson. Because, you know, that's not the way Johnson & Johnson baby oil wants to be known for. But now, Johnson & Johnson can't escape the fact that now anytime you see Johnson & Johnson baby oil, the first thing you think about is, oh shit, that's that Diddy juice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, the man had 1,000 bottles of goddamn baby oil.
And, you know, they say, you know, all publicity is good publicity. But I think Johnson & Johnson would disagree. They'd be like, hold on, bro. Like, this was a product that at some point in time you realize that if you have like a bottle of baby oil, it either means that you're Ron back in the day.
Oh,
friend
no.
Ron back in the day. Yeah, he caught a stray. Yeah, he caught a stray.
He's not even here, man.
Hey, look, man. Sometimes, but look, even if he was here, AG, I swear to God, I would have pulled that one out.
Come on, that's cold, man.
And you know what?
He's
There's no
not
defending
even
it.
here.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I mean, did you even
We had
talk
this
to him
man-
today?
No, but AG, here's the thing. We had to watch this nigga patent leather himself down for years. So fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never seen that shit.
Nigga, please, you saw that shit. You saw him glistening coming out the room. You might not see him apply the baby oil, but you know a nigga don't shine like that.
Hey, Shamar Moore does. Just saying.
He ain't like the colors of the screen on both sides of me.
You know
what I'm saying?
Why? Just why? Come on, man. He's not
But what
even
I'm saying-
here.
No, AG, but here's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Johnson at one point in time, you know, if you walked into somebody's house and you saw some baby oil, you thought one or two things. If it was $1 of baby oil, my assumption used to always be, do they have a baby or a toddler around here? Because I don't really know adults that are baby oiling themselves down. Now, if you see multiple bottles of baby oil, you assume, hey, there's some freaky shit going on here. Like, that's just the assumption you make.
You are not wrong.
If a grown adult person got multiple bottles of baby
No
oil
kids.
and no kids, you just assume, oh, there's some freaky shit happening here, bro.
What's $1,000?
So now Johnson can't escape the diddy. You know what I'm saying? They can't escape the diddy. Anytime somebody says something about Johnson baby, like, oh no, that's that diddy right there. I can't, no diddy, bro. No diddy.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. I understand you and I agree. But doesn't the extra publicity and the money that you're making from said publicity, like, doesn't that make it feel a little better? Take the edge off? Because they're making a killing. If you don't think Johnson & Johnson's sales are through the roof right now, I'm just saying.
I don't know, AG, because here's why I'm going to say I might question that. Because at one point in time, even though I said if you see multiple bottles of baby oil in somebody's house, you might assume some freaky shit was going on. But that's just what it was. You was just like, all right, cool. But now, every time if you walk in somebody's bathroom and they got 2 bottles of baby oil, you be like, hey, bro, what in the diddy is going on here, bro? Now there's negative implications to that. Yeah, at one point in time, you just like, oh, it's some freaky shit. But now it's negative attention to it. So now, like, there's motherfuckers right now, and it's like, hey, bro, we got like 3 baby oil bottles in this bitch. We doing too much, bro. Like,
I mean, you know, like, make it shine. You know what, a jig would make it shine. I don't.
Hey, man.
AG, we all understood that back in the day, but we didn't all think of it negatively.
So here's
But now we think of it like negatively.
Well, Moby, I'm gonna have to say you're probably wrong on that, because yes,
I could be wrong. The sales probably are through the roof. I'm saying that the perception and the connotation is negative now.
Hold on. Sales of Johnson's baby oil reportedly increased by 45% after Diddy's arrest. In response, the company raised the price of the baby oil by 25%, but demand remained high.
I'm telling you, it's a service agreement. It's like an endorsement.
They raised the price and motherfuckers still bought it.
I wasn't saying you were wrong. I'm just saying the connotation of it is now very negative.
And is it though? Is it?
Hey, look, I guess everybody.
Because I mean, look, I mean, if I said,
take that.
But I'm just saying, if I said, Lauren, look, hey, girl, I want to make your booty glisten like Diddy got it, you know. So let's go get some Johnson & Johnson. I'm telling you, that's what's going on, bro. It just probably glistens a little. You feel closer to being somebody when you can make it glisten just like, it's almost like somebody that has a regular job that's got a Fendi bag.
Maybe it's just my nasty sensibility going, because I'm just like, hey, man, now that shit just feel dirty now, man.
How can it feel dirty?
And I'm thinking, you know, we just making this shit like extra slippery for no reason. Cause like the baby oil gel is so much better. It still give you the shine, but it ain't like, it doesn't make you have a slip and slide, water slide.
Some people like to slip and slide.
I mean, it just don't seem very functional.
In your house. Maybe Winter doesn't want to slip and slide, but somebody else might.
You know what? If Winter does want to slip and slide, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I like being able to get a grip. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sliding off and shit.
I mean, when you slide off, maybe you can grab something on the way. What do you think?
I don't know. I need the grip, man. You know what I'm saying?
And his lawyer said the reason why he has all that is because he liked to buy in bulk.
Well, that
Once
doesn't
again,
really do anything. It's
I ain't mad at his lawyer because what he's supposed to say? Hey, yeah, my client do some nasty shit, bro. I mean, actually, he could say that because there really technically isn't a law against doing nasty shit. But if you're doing nasty shit with underage people or people who don't consent, that's when it gets bad. But like, just the idea of you being a freak ain't illegal.
right. Absolutely, I agree.
So he could just be like, hey, look, man, my nigga like making that shit shine.
Like,
you know what I'm
like
saying?
when we talk about Diddy, I want to make sure that somebody says what you just said because,
Allegedly.
right. Well, not even allegedly as much as it is allegedly the freakiness crossed the line of age and consent. That needs to be said. And then we can go and laugh about it. That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, man. I mean,
That's crazy though, that like literally everybody out here making all these no Diddy jokes, but people out here like, oh, you know what? I do want to buy some more baby oil.
Exactly.
Like, y'all nasty Diddy motherfuckers. Like, don't say no Diddy if you.
just because you like it to glisten, man.
I'm just saying, don't be out here saying no Diddy if you out here doing a lot of Diddy.
You're okay. I tell you what. I understand what you're saying, but what differentiates me from Diddy is Lauren's not underaged. And she is
you're right. So
consenting.
maybe instead of people saying no Diddy, maybe people should just say like only consensual Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you just want to make this bad. You want to make this bad.
Diddy.
No,
Age appropriate
I will
Diddy.
not agree to that. I will not
or maybe you
co-sign.
should just ask the question, Diddy?
You know what? Really? You know what, Ruben? 30 minutes ago, you said you don't say anything funny. That was funny, sir.
Hey,
that was
bruh,
good. That was good.
Do you know how funny that would be at the fucking bar? You talking to a girl? Diddy?
You know what?
Like, and you just like Diddy is the open
What kind
question.
of show am I on tonight? Oh my goodness.
Because instead of saying no Diddy, it's like
Diddy? Raggy? Yeah, I know.
I mean, Diddy is now a noun, a verb,
I'm just letting you know. I just went to Sam's Club. I got that shit in boat, baby.
You know what?
So what's up, girl? Do you Diddy?
I think it's better if you just say Diddy. Don't even say
I liked it better the way you said it at first.
Question mark.
I agree.
Diddy?
I agree.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, you really did. Well, probably not, but yeah, I agree.
Bro, somebody needs to put that on a goddamn t-shirt. It just
it's too late for that.
It just needs to say Diddy question
Put a question mark.
You know what?
That's all it Diddy.
Why? What are we doing?
Oh shit. So the other thing I want to talk about today is, yo, man, first of all, I'm glad this dude got his 5 minutes of fame. However, I've been saying this shit for fucking years, even though he got his 5 minutes of fame. So, like, it's cool. I will play it. Because, I heard this shit and I was like, about time somebody got real intelligent up in this bitch.
Office for these last, he's already upset about it. The vice president being in office for all these years and not being able to make the change was the allegation from J.D. Vance. You said to me, I've been to high school civics class. Why did you say that?
Because if anybody took high school civics class, they'd know what the vice president can do and what the vice president can do. I want to make a quick point. Neither candidate on that stage talked about what executive action they're going to take on day one to do what they want, nor were they asked because they know that they can't. That's not how the vice presidency works. You don't get to do what you want. You do what the president delegates you to do. So that
one day Marcus is going to be all of our teachers in civics class.
So,
I mean, why did anybody need to fucking have Mark explain that? Like, why don't people just know that?
Because a lot of people don't.
a lot of people
I
don't.
mean, there's a reason why Ruben says it constantly. A lot of people don't.
I know a lot of people don't know it, but it's just crazy to me that people are like, well, she's been in office this whole time. Like, yeah, as somebody's assistant, essentially.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what the vice president is, assistant.
There's a hyphen in front of the word president for her. It's called vice. And it's just like, yo, man. And that's what kills me, right? Because for years, man, I'm just like, when I see people online talking about, well, they won the popular vote. Motherfucker, like, what? Like, how do you make your fingers type that? And you graduated high school. Like, what? it is so impressive how many people cannot do a couple things. One, they can't count. A lot of people in this fucking country can't count worth of shit. And I'm not just saying 1, 2, 3. I'm saying like 25 times 4. Like, people can't do basic math. It is horrible to see. It's fucking horrible to see. 2, a lot of people don't know how this president shit works.
It's not even president shit. A lot of people just don't know how, like, any of the shit works.
But once again, we spent 1 grade in school, and that's all you fucking talked about. All you talked about was the branches of government and how all this shit works. And it's just like, we just forget that shit. Like,
I mean, yeah, we do. I mean, because here's the thing. Like, how many people misuse there and there? Like THERE and THEIR. We spent a whole fucking year learning the difference between it. But then, like, years later when you're writing, you realize, damn, which one is this? And you realize how many people don't know the fucking difference.
Like, but still, it's like...
Just like 2 and 2. TO versus TOO. Like, when do I use which? I'm just saying, like, if you learn something but don't have to consistently practice the thing that you just learned, most people will lose it. I mean, look, I took Spanish 3. I'm just saying, I took up the Spanish 3. I know a lot of people that took 3-4 years of Spanish can't say a fucking lick of Spanish anymore. I'm not saying you're wrong for it, Ruben. I'm saying you're just being too hopeful in people's ability to retain basic information that for the most part they feel like don't matter to them. And for the most part, people feel like this politics shit don't matter to them until they're ready to start talking about some shit that fucking they care about. And then they all of a sudden don't know how the shit works because nobody fucking paid attention to that civics class. So you're right. I'm just saying, like, you're right, but like, be easy on people. And when I say be easy on people, just understand that a lot of people don't retain shit that they don't use on a daily basis. Like, it's just what it is. It's stupid. I agree. Because what's stupid about it is we all have the resources and ability, and you have fucking phones. You can, like, just read. If you don't know how something works, you could literally just figure it out. But nobody wants to do that. People just want to get in this echo chamber where they just start saying what they heard somebody else say, and it makes them feel good.
You done?
I know it makes you upset because you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying your faith in people is far greater than mine.
You know, I think everybody on the show has spent time being right, but Moby won't let that happen.
I mean, it's not even about...
I just said I said both of y'all were right.
I know, but it just seems like it's like we right, but we still wrong.
But no, it's not even about that, man. It's just about, like, honestly, I'm more worried on the fact that motherfuckers can't count more than 8th grade civics. Because
I agree with you on that.
I've learned that a whole bunch of adults out here over the age of 21 can't count worth of shit. And they need, like, a calculator to do shit that you should be able to do in your head. Or at the very least, write down and do. Like, I get it. 145 times 75. Yeah, I might need to fucking figure that shit out on some paper. But if you're going to sit here and tell me you don't know 38 divided by 3.
38 divided by 3?
Yeah, and you can't figure out the shit in your head. I'm just basic shit. Or you just can't figure... Of course, there's decimals behind it. But you can't figure that out in your head. Like... There's a problem.
I kind of have a single digit rule. Like, if you don't know single digit times tables, like, what are we doing here? Like, if I can't say 7 times 8 and you can't immediately get that, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, I mean, in their defense, we don't really, our school system isn't set up to learn anything. I'm just saying.
No, but they found this reason why Moby talked about a year and a half ago, how now they just have this crazy ass division shit. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Bro, this fucking new math shit.
Oh, it was hilarious.
What?
The new math shit is so fucking offensive, man.
Like,
Every time,
who
like,
came up with this shit?
Man, Kira asked me to help her with some math the other day, and I just realized that she asked me to do it the other day because she didn't come to me again. But she probably felt the frustration that existed on my face when she originally asked, because I was just like, man, don't ask me no dumbass shit like that. I'm not helping you with math again so I can get the right answer, and somehow your teacher can say you didn't do enough steps to get there. I'm not doing that again. I'm not living in that space no more. Like I'm not living in that space no more.
I just don't. We things that should be easy, we have figured out a way to make shit difficult, and it's annoying as fuck. And it's so, like, I get it, man. Maybe I'm pushing hard on the civics thing, but we go through this shit every 4 years. Like, what are we doing? Like, why every 4 years you gotta relearn how motherfuckers get elected? Like, retain some shit, man.
You're right. You're especially when you talk about the popular vote shit. Yeah, that shit. Like, all right, I get it. You keep talking about the popular vote, but by now we should all know that doesn't fucking matter.
It don't mean shit, and it's just like And so then you get up on, and then I wonder, like, these same people who look at TV, do they wonder what the people are doing when they go to the magic board and they talk about how many votes you need to become president? You know, electoral votes. So they're looking at, what the fuck is electoral votes? Like, I just wonder, like, or you just looking at pretty shit on the screen and you pretending that you know some shit. Like,
I'm hoping, what I'm hoping, a lot of these people who say popular vote shit, what I'm hoping is, what they're saying is, they think the system is stupid. But
the state of the fucking system is stupid.
I get it, Ruben, and I agree with you. I wish they would just say that. But I feel like you're right. A lot of people just don't fucking understand the system. Because we have said several times, the system is stupid because it's outdated. I feel like the system isn't necessary anymore. Like, in principle, I feel like the original reason for the Electoral College made perfect fucking sense about 200 years ago. Hell, maybe even 100 years ago.
Well, it would make sense if they updated it, but they haven't.
That too.
If they updated it, then we'll take a look at the shit. But like I know a little bit about a little bit. I don't know. I think was the census update shit. Like, but we ain't updated shit since like 1865. So like, who give, like, what the fuck ever? Like, it's so annoying.
Like, I just wonder, like, what people in Rhode Island, like, why do they even campaign? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would any presidential nominee even fucking go to Rhode Island? It's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with your little bitch ass electoral college vote? Like, don't nobody give a fuck about y'all.
Like,
fuck
the
your
shit,
issues.
Like for instance,
ask president, what would you do for Rhode Island? Not a goddamn thing, because you can't do shit for me, bitch. Like, how about you get bigger? You know what I'm saying? How about you get bigger?
Like that one vote in Nebraska that is separate from the other.
Separate from that shit's so fucking stupid, man.
Oh my god. But you know what?
You see a map that's red, and then you see a spot that's blue. It's like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
And it's just like, okay, what the fuck? Like, it is. Look, whatever the system is, whether I'm fine with it or not is inconsequential. My issue is 40% of America don't understand how the president gets elected. And I say that on purpose. Because
I would dare say more people don't even know, like, the three branches of government, period.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
I need you to stop talking about Kentucky, man. Why you calling motherfuckers out? Stop talking about Kentucky.
I ain't calling one place out.
I mean, that's what it sounded like you were doing. But once again, man, it's like, it kills me that we are, like, our presidency is getting elected, and unfortunately, I must say it, man, by a whole bunch of low-hanging fruit. Because they don't know, and they believe whatever they see on their tweets or what they see on TV, instead of just fucking learning shit. Like, the shit bothers me, man. And it's just like, hey, man, when it's all said and done, our country's president will be elected are literally in the hands of South. because it's, number wise, they're the lowest educated, which I understand. I don't, but whatever.
I think between the South and Mid-America, because there's a big chunk in the middle of America that's about the same.
But here's the thing: that chunk in Middle America, ain't nobody lives there. All the people live in the goddamn South, because it's just it's just bothersome, man. It's really bothersome, and it's just like whatever. I just wish
ain't nobody got time to read.
I mean, nah.
Man, I ain't got time to read while I'm watching all these TikTok videos and learn all these dances and shit. Like, who got time to read?
I mean, and like one comedian said, I think it was a comedian said, no, it was Bomani Jones. He was pretty much like, so when are these people who are poor gonna realize that this one party keeps you poor and they don't look out for you at all? Like, when are they going to realize that? But that's who they vote for, because they vote for the American dream. But you still waiting at your house for the American dream knock on your door. And I was like, but then again, they probably got like a 6th grade education and they don't understand how civics works. So
nah,
like,
what they got is a STEMI check that said Donald J. Trump on it, bro.
So I mean, it's just like,
I know we've said it on this show a lot, man, but economic outlook is based on how you feel about the economy, not based on numbers, facts, all that shit. It's how do you feel about the economy?
Also,
you know what I feel like? I feel like when that orange dude was here, I got me a check that had Donald J. Trump's name on it. So, hey, man, the economy was booming.
And the other thing I'll say, then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Hey, man, the only people who seem to complain about our economy are rich white people. Damn, he stopped the music on that shit. Like, but really,
I don't know if that's the only people that complain about it.
I mean, but they have vocalized.
Yeah, but I hear a lot of broke ass white people complain about the economy too. But they just don't know why they complaining about the economy. Because once again, the economy is about how they feel.
Yeah. And like when
they ain't making no money, they feel like what the Republican Party is saying about these immigrants coming in and taking all their jobs is why they which is why they ain't making no money. Not understanding that most of them people are doing jobs that
your ass
never fucking do.
Exactly.
That part.
Springfield.
No, Florida was before that. Remember the orange juice?
Yeah, it's like, hey man, why does orange juice cost so goddamn much? Yeah, because we had to pay y'all to do it now, as opposed to,
or they just
the usual,
or they just stayed on the tree because they couldn't do it.
Or nobody picked them.
Exactly, stayed right on the tree.
Like for instance, the one thing about Springfield, Ohio, they're saying like, hey, we wanted the immigrants to come here because there were a lot of jobs that the people there didn't want to do.
And not only that, what they leave out is when they first got there, their economy boomed because of it.
Yeah, but then the amount of people who didn't have jobs didn't necessarily change because, they just came and took your job. Nah, motherfucker, you chose not to work. So they took the job that was available in order for the economy there to rise. If anything, you should be thanking those motherfuckers, but you're blaming them because you're a bunch of racist assholes. And when it's all said and done, all you're saying is them black people eating cats and dogs. And like,
once again, it's about how they feel. The perception is that these immigrants got handouts.
Yeah, man, and they didn't. They working there, got their own business, and all that shit. It's like,
but it's an easy narrative, though. When black people are concerned, it's an easy narrative to say no fathers and you're lazy. I'm just saying, it's just easy. It's lazy, lazy racism.
I mean, shit, you ain't wrong.
Most racism is lazy, though.
I mean, some people put some work into it.
Most racism is lazy.
Some people put a little bit of work into it, but sometimes just like stuff like this, people are upset.
As you say, low-hanging fruit, man. Low-hanging fruit.
That's all I'm saying.
All right, so the other thing we're going to talk about today, very briefly, that's funny. So we'll start with We'll start with AG. Is there any experience that you've had that you had as a child that has stuck with you? You know, like right now.
Yes.
Some shit that you can always just pull out any time of day that stuck with you.
Yes. I think I lost a little bit of my innocence at that day, and I don't think I really understood it that way then. I do now. But the first time I was just minding my business, and I was just riding a little bike, and these kids were outside. No, they weren't really kids. To me, they were adults, but they were probably in high school. And then this dude just randomly looked at me and said, "Hey, Nicker." And I was like, I didn't understand what to do. I knew it was bad. I knew I felt some type of way, but it's just like, that took a little bit of my soul that day. I will never forget that. I know the time of day. I know what kind of day it was. I know where I was. I'm like, that affected me. It affected me in a way in which, like you said, I have never forgotten that. So I got my cherry pop that day, for sure.
Wow. That sucks.
I mean, welcome to the NFL. That was what it felt like. Because it was just like,
Hey, rookie.
Yeah, because it's like I was in a neighborhood that I was familiar with because I knew people in the neighborhood, but it wasn't my neighborhood. But I felt like, you know, there are houses that look like mine, not as nice as mine was, but still, you know, it was a vibe that I was used to or whatever it was, but apparently I didn't belong there. Now, the people that I did know in that neighborhood don't feel this way, and I know that for a fact, even to this day. However, what it taught me was you are not safe. It taught me that, you know, if you're in an unfamiliar place, keep your head on a swivel or just don't go to those places. You know, so it taught me a lot. And the thing was, it was a seed that was planted. I didn't realize all these things in the moment because I really didn't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't. Whether that makes me a bitch or not, I don't know if it does or not, but I'm telling you the truth. I did not know what to do in that moment because I was complete virgin to it. So as I got older, that moment would come back and be like, you know, and it still does. I still use it as a reference. That was a virgin losing her or his virginity to life with a big dick. You're not going to forget that.
Got a little more vivid there than I wanted it to be.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
just saying.
Yeah.
So, you know, just a tip. But it hurt. So that was the moment for me.
Hey, man, you forgot.
What's that?
No Diddy.
You did. That's true.
Yeah, no Diddy.
Awesome. Well, not awesome. Sorry about that. Mo B, man, what you got? Anything that stuck with you as a child?
I mean, I feel like I've said so many moments as a child that stuck with me up here. Like that was really hard. But like listening to AG's like loss of innocence, I don't know if it was a loss of innocence for me, but I think it's a direct reflection. Or now I feel like it's a direct reflection on how non-reactive I am now because of something that happened when I was a kid. And I remember very vividly being with my little cousin Marvin at the time, who's probably about a year and a half younger than me. And I can't remember how old I was, but I was probably like 7. I just know like in the summertime, I used to be at my aunt's house in Savannah. And I remember we had just got back from the park, walking, because they had free lunch in the park. You go to the park, get your little sandwich, your little coolie, and come back. And we were just like in the front yard, which we weren't really supposed to be in, but we were in the front yard, and then we kind of went on the front steps, which also we weren't ever really in the front of the house. And I remember that was the first time we saw somebody get shot. And like it was literally 3 houses down, just in the middle of the street. And I remember my cousin Marvin didn't really see it. He just heard it. And we just sat there. And it was like, you know, it's not that like I was brave or like so cool I didn't have a reaction. A lot of that is just youthful ignorance, because, you know, that body was there for maybe 30, 45 minutes before anybody of an authoritative figure showed up. And I remember in my head not thinking about, hey man, somebody just got shot. I remember trying to justify, what did that person do? And like for the rest of my life, I feel like I'm always that person. Like when something bad happens, I'm always trying to justify, like, what did that person do? And I'm very non-reactive towards a lot of things. And I feel like it started when I was young. It was just like, I'm always like, all right, there's got to be a story behind that. And I wasn't too high, too low. I mean, I didn't even tell my mom about it later on that day. It was just like, she came and picked me up, and it was like, it was just another day. And it was years later, like where I was just like, one day I was just like talking to somebody, and I was like, yeah, I saw somebody get shot before. And they were like, what? And I just described it like, yeah, what'd you do? And I'm like, nothing. We weren't supposed to leave the yard, so I mean, we weren't supposed to be in the front. You know what I'm saying? But we were there, and we just sat there and looked at him, like just looked at him on the ground, like wondering, is he gonna get up? Why hasn't anybody come checked on him? And in my head, I was just like, what the fuck did he do? Who the fuck was mad at him?
I hate to laugh like that, but that was, yeah.
But I mean, no, it's not a funny thing, but like, honestly, it's kind of the reason I'm always like processing things the way I do, because I'm just like, I'm always processing the why. Even if the why is irrelevant, because the why is irrelevant when somebody gets shot and loses their life. The why is almost irrelevant, but it's always very prevalent in my thoughts, the why. Like, why did that happen? And you know, you never get that moment back where like you said, you remember it forever. And like, I vividly remember, like, it's never gonna go away in my thoughts. Like, I don't remember, I didn't see the person who shot him. I just heard the noise. I looked, he was on the ground, and I was just like, huh. And we just sat there. And that's the weirdest thing about it, is that we didn't go in the house. We didn't panic. Nobody came and checked on us. It was just, we just sat there on the stairs looking, watching, waiting for something to happen. And then nothing happened to the ambulance. And when, you know, of course, the ambulance police got there, we went inside then, because, yeah, we didn't want that smoke. And I was learned at an early age, hey, you don't have to talk to them people. Hey, you ain't trying to be no witness. Like, so we won't, I ain't want nobody to ask me no questions. Hey, you see what happened, kid? Because, you know, my ass at the time probably been like, yeah. I mean, I saw something. I didn't see what happened, but I mean, yeah, I saw something.
I saw him in the ground.
Yeah, well, older me would be like, I ain't see shit, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Matter of fact, until you just showed up, I was blind. I just got my vision back.
I was blind.
I was blind, and I cannot see.
I mean, I don't feel like that's the way, because I mean, I do firmly believe that whole stop snitching campaign is like way more harmful than good for the community. But yeah, I also wasn't trying to tell on nobody in that atmosphere where people that I know live and have to keep living there. Nah, we good. I ain't see shit. It's your job. It's your job to figure out what happened.
Detective. It's like, I understand exactly what you mean. It's like, you mad, but you can't be mad. I mean, come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to snitch. I mean, that's almost like shitting where you eat. Come on, man.
Yeah, we don't do that around here.
Yeah, but you know, kind of what you said, man. Innocence gone, man. Like,
yeah, you don't ever come back from that. That's life changing. I mean, did this person? I presume this person died.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's you don't come back.
I didn't see him get up.
Yeah, that's why I said presume. Yeah. I mean, that's wow.
And then I remember we weren't supposed to walk to the park for a while, so them streets was hot apparently.
All right. Thank you, Moby. I guess the one thing I remember, well, I guess somebody's got to come with a more happier story, I guess. 5th grade, man. Like, Miss Mosley, my teacher. Like, so, you know, normal kid growing up, whatever, lived in the city. You know, the hardest thing I did all day was dump trash and clean your room. And so, Miss Mosley class, man, at the middle school, it was in November. And it was like, well, you know, we're talking about Thanksgiving and all that stuff. And I'll never forget, she was like, so, like, where'd the Pilgrims get their food from? And then some kid was like, the grocery store. And all the kids laughed because you're a dumbass and you want to be funny. But whatever, it's like, nah, you know.
Hopefully they wanted to be funny. Hopefully they didn't really believe that.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't remember who said that. So I cannot confirm nor deny. All I know is I just shook my head and was like, you stupid bitch. Like, so she was like, nah, you know, they were in the supermarkets at that time, so they had to, you know, do everything themselves. And so, like, that whole month, we did similar things that they did. So, like, there's one day that we churned our own butter. Like, we literally churned butter in class. It was like, this churning butter shit's hard because, you know, you gotta keep churning that shit until it becomes butter. Like, you know, whatever, mixing it up. Once again, I'm 5th grade. I mean, as long as I didn't have to do some crazy shit, everything's too hard. And then, you know, another thing that we had to do was, well, what happens when you cold? So we learned how to crochet. And literally, like, every day, we would crochet for an hour in class. First of all, anybody who does knitting or crochet, y'all the shit. Because, like I can still crochet to this day, but y'all the shit, man. Straight up. No question. Because, you know, there be some people who be doing that shit like it's their job. And I'm just like, what do you think about when you're doing this? Oh, just crochet. And I'm just like, fuck all that. But nah, man. So we knitted something, like I knitted a scarf or whatever, and stuff like that. And so, like, what that for me, how that changed my life is like, yo, man, I grew up in the city. I wasn't a stupid child, but it's just like, yeah, man, you don't really realize how hard shit was for some people until you had to do some shit. Like, I kind of did, because, like, on Christmas, you know, we get up, go to my grandmother's house, and the pigs that I made friends with that whole year, well, we ate them for breakfast. So, like, yeah, you know, we get there at 6 a.m. We be having breakfast at like 8. And eating some bacon, fresh ass bacon. Oh, you know, that was Charlie. What? You know, so you had to realize some shit back in the day. So, like, doing this was whatever, but I would say that's the first time that I really had any type of hands-on thing happening in school that didn't have to do with words or numbers or just other shit that I had to learn. It was just like, you know, doing some real shit. Because back then they didn't have schools. They did real shit. And so, like, that was my first time in school having to do what I like to call real shit. So, and it just stuck with me. Like, Miss Moses was an awesome teacher, you know, and she was cool and all that stuff, but I just, churning butter, man, that shit's, man, I wouldn't eat butter if I was back then. Fuck all that. I ain't got time for all that.
I'm just saying, when you first started saying we had to do things that they did, I was about to say, oh, so y'all had to go spread the disease to indigenous people.
Of course, I knew you, bro.
He has been killing us all night, man. I'm telling you, he has been killing us all night.
I'm just so glad you explained the story, because I'm just like, whoa, how did y'all do that? And then when you start explaining, I'm like, oh, I get what you're saying. Like, it was your first time doing some shit in school that didn't have nothing to do with, like you said, numbers and all that shit. It's like real life application of skills. I appreciate that. But when you first said it, the cynic in me was just like, there's no way y'all could have done what the Pilgrims did then.
Yeah, man, we fucking passed on smallpox and shit, motherfucker. We went and killed some black people. I mean, that's what we did. The fuck, man? This guy. Jesus Christ. Get with this motherfucker, that kid.
You might hate him, but it's entertaining though.
I mean, he's something. Yeah. God bless America. God damn it. AG, man, what's on your mind, bro?
I just want to let people know, man, I am not voting Republican ever. Because bringing that whole thing up just like got me riled up, man. It's just like, because I have to admit, I feel like I have to admit that I was a Republican in the past. And again, the ideals and the concepts are there, but these people have taken the mask off and they are something else that they weren't before overtly. I'm not voting for that. I don't care what I want personally. I am not voting for people who are not good for this country in so many ways. I just had to put that out there for people who may have forgotten or just heard I'm a Republican and just shut me off and just didn't hear anything else, which happens quite often, which I get. But understand that I'm not, no. Byron Donalds is somebody who I'm not. Just had to say that. That's all on my mind.
Are you, instead of saying that you're a Republican, can you just say that you're an actual conservative?
But, well, no. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's a good point. But by and large, I don't think people differentiate the two.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I wish there was something that the people who like actually just believe in like conservative views that the Republican Party claims to be with their principle. I wish there was something that those people, because you ain't the only one left.
I know I'm not, but
you know what I'm saying? So y'all need a place to go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need a place where y'all need a cheers place. You know what I'm saying? You need a place where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
No, but see, and that was really funny. But here's the thing that is that makes that problematic. Because there are too many, well, no, all you need is one. But for me, there are too many black people that are, let's just say, conservative. But they end up rocking with the same, like, cesspool. Even though, well, I can't even say they don't really believe it. They think they're above it. Black people, hear me out. Just because you say some things that makes white America feel comfortable and you think you got invited to the table, trust me when I say you're not. Because the first time you say something that makes them uncomfortable, you're gonna find out how much the butler you always were. Actually, nah, you a field nigga. For real. Whether you're light skinned or not is immaterial. You a field nigga. And that's all you've ever been. Now, they've given you the illusion that you're not, because if you hear, like when I was growing up, I don't know what they say now, but when I was growing up, you always knew you had the white America fake nod if they said, you're the cool black person, or you're not really black, you know?
You're one of the good ones.
Right. Well, actually, they didn't really say that one necessarily. That's kind of like when my dad was coming up. But you heard little, buzz phrases like that. And if you lived in the suburbs like I did, some people were like, what does that mean? And some people, that's what their end game was. I'm telling you, if you are conservative, a lot of times black people will keep going down that path, even though that's the path to hell. There's nothing I can do about that. However, I do have that stench on me. So if I say I'm conservative, I may as well have said I was Republican. They're interchangeable. So that means if I say that, like if I were to say that in a room full of black people, instantly people think I am thus or so, which is fine. I'm good with that.
I mean, you're right, but that's what I'm saying. I wish there was something that actual conservatives who like are really there principle-wise could call themselves that wouldn't get swallowed by the rest of the rhetoric.
Can't.
If Titty Boy can change his name to 2 Chainz, like y'all should be able to change our name to something.
I just don't know what it is, man. But like I said before, it's just like, and then too, I don't really get along with some conservatives too, because it's like, some of them are dumb. It's like, I want small government. And then the first time you get a chance to have small government, you got your panties in a wad. No, man. Because like when Biden didn't get himself involved in that whole longshoreman thing, And people were freaking out, man, Biden didn't do this and blah, blah, blah. And now this and that and the other. Now,
That's
first of all,
interference. I thought you didn't like that.
exactly. First of all, you can shut the fuck up and find somewhere to sit down. Because second of all, this is what small government feels and looks like. Y'all work it out. Because no one wants to have any pain. So you a bitch. So I don't want to hear from you at all. So it's like, but I have to deal. Look, man, the first time you say you're conservative, you are lumping yourself in with a lot of cowards. You are lumping yourself in with a lot of people that like to say dumb shit and don't have the balls to defend it. They don't. Live free or die. First gunshot goes off, they a bitch. No,
Yeah,
man.
You're right. Like I said, I just wish there was a place where I could go. Cause honestly, man, like I hate the rhetoric that happens now that basically makes you feel like anybody who identifies as Republican is the enemy. Cause I'm just like, yo, man, maybe in actual government it feels that way. But like, you know, back in the day, I didn't feel like every Republican hated me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like some Republicans really did just like that, like small government, conservative views, religious principles, you know, all those things that they still say they're about, but like nobody practices anymore. Because I know there are people out there who firmly just are that, but there's no place for them to call home because it's been taken over.
I understand what you mean, but there's nuance there. And I said this earlier. The time in which you're talking about, when I'm talking about my youth, it was veiled. It was easy to vote Republican back in the 80s and 90s because there wasn't any challengers. So if there weren't no challengers, there wasn't anything that needed to be said concerning race. And then there was the politics of respectability, which my mom was all about. Not that she was necessarily trying, but my mom came from a place where, you know, there's no such thing as bootstrapping, but if there was, she'd be the walking example of it. She started one place and ended up at another place. And so with all of those things going on, it's hard to see it. Now, because there is black-brown challenge, and don't get me wrong, I love me some Obama, but that dude uncorked a whole nother level of racism that was always there, but never needed to come out of the bottle.
Fair.
So when that happened, I saw it all. And these are the same people that were what you just said, but they weren't what you just said. They were always racist, but they didn't have to be racist because they were always unchallenged. So it's like, it's one thing to have black people in your circle and all, field niggas. It's quite another when they're living next door to you as a homeowner. They're making billions of dollars next to you in the building next to you. That's different. Again, making white America feel comfortable matters. And when you make them feel uncomfortable, it matters. So again, like I said, there is no place where people like me can call home. Once you lead with, let's use your word, I'm conservative, black people tune you out and everybody else thinks you are who you are. I just want people to know I'm never voting Republican again. I already know who they are. They showed me who they were. It is what it is. I can have my conservative values quietly as I vote Democrat, because I already did it. I did it last week. So it is what it is.
All right. Don't forget to go vote, everybody. Or go early vote. That way you got to stay in the line and shit.
Exactly. It took me 2 minutes.
Best thing ever, man. Best thing ever.
Best thing ever. Because if you don't know who you're voting for by now, I mean...
You lying.
To yourself. Like, let's be real.
True story. True story.
Maybe there's somebody out there that could prove me wrong, but for the most part, I'm just not gonna believe. I'm just not gonna believe, and I don't believe any of them people either.
All right, Moby, what's on your mind, bro?
Look, man, I want to continue a conversation without having the conversation that me and you were actually having earlier, Ruben. Like, this social media thing has killed our knowledge of a very important thing. What is an actual hater? Because social media got the game effed up. Because now in this new social media environment, it feels like A hater is defined as anybody who doesn't agree with me. If you don't agree with me, you're a hater. And it didn't used to be that way, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Are there haters? You goddamn right. Like, haters are important to society, man. Haters help affect change. However, everybody that doesn't agree with your dumb ass ain't a hater. They could just be somebody that thinks you're stupid or that just doesn't agree with your outlook on the situation. But now we're in such an all or nothing society. Like, everybody out here on social media and internet think they got ops. Like, I'm not your opposition because I don't care enough to be your opposition. I just vehemently disagree with something you said. That doesn't make me a hater. And I'll tell you this, the conversation that sparked it up, AG. Somebody called the one person that didn't vote for Caitlin Clark to be Rookie of the Year a hater. Said, we got a hater in the house. To which I responded, why I gotta be a hater? Why can't just be somebody that thinks somebody else should have been Rookie of the Year? And of course, a lot of talking points came out. Oh, well, this person's better at this. This person missed half season. And a lot of those things are kind of debunked. But at the end of the day, I just said, but still, numbers are numbers. It's a voting system. How come somebody that votes differently has to be perceived as a hater? And then I pointed out, like, you know, in the long, illustrious history of the NBA, there's only been one unanimous MVP ever. And that's just happened in the last 10 years.
I did not realize that.
Steph Curry, only one, 2015, the only unanimous MVP ever. That means Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic, Larry Bird, Kobe, LeBron, Shaq, none of them been unanimous MVPs. Because it wasn't a thing that anybody fucking cared about. It was like, hey, you were the overwhelming MVP. Like, it weren't too many people that saw it any other way. Hell, Karl Malone got the MVP over Jordan one time. And nobody was like, oh man, all these people just out here hating on Jordan. It was just like, no. People felt like this year, Karl Malone had a better season. Or they kind of just felt like, we want somebody else to get an MVP. Like, it doesn't matter what their reasoning is. We got to stop being in this place where if I don't agree with you, I am a hater. And don't get me wrong, it's funny to say sometimes. Like Bomani Jones says, you give me 5 stars, you give me 4 stars, I'm inclined to believe you are a hater.
I love that.
However, I love the statement too. However, what if I just don't think you're a 5-star show?
Yeah. What
if I think you're only a 4-star show? Why that gotta make me a hater? Maybe I just don't think you're a fucking 5-star show. It's like, for years, I got called a Jay-Z hater. I've never hated Jay-Z. I've always just felt like, I think he's a bit overrated. I've never thought at any point in time in his career, should he have definitively been able to call himself the best rapper. I just never felt that way. But for years, especially in the early 2000s, when I'd be like, I don't really feel Jay-Z. Oh, bro, why you hating on Jay-Z? No, I didn't say I hated on him. I never said he was trash. I didn't say he was terrible. I didn't say he wasn't even good. I just said, not my favorite. Nah, nigga, you just hating, bro. Why the fuck would I hate Jay-Z? What benefit in my life is there for me to hate somebody that I don't fucking know? And if I'm gonna hate somebody, please believe I'm better at it than that. I'm better at it than just saying, I'm not really a big fan. No. If I'm gonna hate on somebody, because everybody's hated on somebody, just know when I hate, nigga, I go all in. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you reasons why I hate you. I'm going to lay out my case of hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try on my cake. I'm going to try on my hate the night before, like it's the first day of school, and be like, oh, I'm going to kill these niggas with this hate that I'm about to lay out for this person. Like, if I'm going to hate, I'm going to do it all the way. I ain't going to do it with a simple statement of just, nah, I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I can tell you somebody I hated on. Fucking hated on Silk Shocker. I say that shit all the time. Yeah, I hated on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know why I hated on him? Because I didn't think he was fucking good, and he saw a level of success that I didn't think that motherfucker deserved. That is hate. That is what hate is. Hate is when you are upset at somebody's success for no actual logical fucking reason. Didn't have any reason to hate on this nigga, but I did. That was hate. Me saying I'm not Jay-Z's biggest fan? No, that's just me saying I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. End of the statement. Social media got everybody thinking they got ops. No, you ain't got ops. Nigga, don't nobody know who the fuck you are. How you got opposition and people don't know who you are? Like, I'm just saying, you got ops? Like, why the fuck would I spend time being your opposition? And I heard somebody say one time, look, man, I never address anybody as my op, because if I address them as my op, I'm acknowledging they're on the same level as me. And I'm like, damn, that was powerful. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Well, I'm not going to acknowledge anybody as an op. But like, everybody's got this all or nothing mentality. Like, we talk about the young mumble rappers, and you know, you get in a crowd of young people and you say, hey man, I think Future's a terrible fucking rapper. Oh nigga, you hating on Future? Nah, I just think he's a terrible rapper. That's it.
I think it feels,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's artistically creative. I think he's fearless and bold in the musical things that he chooses to do. I think it's fucking awesome that you can clearly tell this motherfucker don't try to do anything that's hot at the time. He just does whatever the fuck he feels like and it just somehow becomes hot. I respect all of those things, but you will never get me to say, oh, Future's a good rapper. I just can't say it because I've heard him rap and it's not good. That's it. I'm not hating on him. He's just not a good rapper. Is he a good artist? Sure, I'll give him the art thing. I'll give him the artist thing. But just because I say, hey, I don't think Future's a good rapper, that does not make me a hater. When I say, look, man, I get tired of hearing Drake whine on tracks and be all emotional. Oh, you hating on Drake? No, I just said what I don't like. I'm not hating on him. Get your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm glad you're successful. I just don't have to contribute to your success. That's it. I'm not a hater because I'm not funding you. It's like when they kicked Kevin Hart out of being the host because he didn't basically say he was a supporter of like the LGBT. Like, he never said he was against it. So why does he have to come out and be an ambassador for it? That doesn't make him a hater if he doesn't agree with it. Like, you can not like homosexuality. You can not agree with it. It doesn't make you homophobic. It might just mean you've got your own reasons for not agreeing with it. We've just totally skewed with this idea of haters. Like, we call Ruben a hater all the time. And most of the time when Ruben's hating, he actually hating. I'm just saying, like, AG, there's a distinction. Like, Ruben don't hate just because we don't call Ruben a hater because he disagrees with something. We call him a hater because the statement is like, fuck Chicago. That's a real hater-ass statement. If he
You're
says,
not wrong.
If he says, I don't like Chicago weather, hey, that's not hate. That's simply making an observation about what he does or does not like.
Truth. Truth. I mean, because that whole thing that a couple weeks ago about quarterbacks getting paid, I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Sound like some hate. Sound like some hate.
Yeah, kind of was. Kind of was.
But yeah, man, just, you know, look, social media got the game fucked up. Y'all niggas need to know what hate actually is. Like, and if y'all think some of these people are good haters, y'all need to step y'all's own game up of what y'all think is hate. Because these niggas ain't even hating right. Because just saying you disagree with something or you not a fan of something, if that's what you calling hate, bro, you don't understand what actual hate is. That's just me not agreeing with you. And I should be allowed to not agree with you. That doesn't mean I'm just an old nigga that's being a hater. Nah, I'm just an old nigga that don't understand y'all young nigga shit. That's it. And I can acknowledge I don't understand it and that I'm not a fan of it, but I ain't mad that you are. I'm simply saying, not for me. You can have it. I ain't trying to take this from you. Keep your skinny jeans. You got them. That's you, bro. All you.
All right. I'd like to say I give hate classes $25 a piece, and they gonna last all of like 20 minutes.
And
So-
Ruben, what I tell you, man, and I don't mean this as any foul joke There has never been a better hater in my life than Ruben, because I have found him hating on things that I didn't even know was possible to hate on. So truly, if you really want to step your hate game up, really hit Ruben up. That man is good. I'm just no, he's not good, because that's fucking disrespectful. That man is excellent at his craft. This dude hates on all types of things for no logical fucking reason. This man is next level hater extraordinaire.
I mean, EOH baby, equal opportunity hater. Cause see, that's the problem, right? If you put boundaries around your hate, you're not a true hater. You just don't like some shit.
Hey, you know what? You just summed up everything I just spent like 10 minutes with one statement. You're right. If you ain't equal in your hate, you just a nigga that don't like some shit.
Yeah. I've hated on a lot of things. I've hated on babies.
You've hated on babies,
on this
animals,
show. On this show.
Yeah, babies, animals, fictitious characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, no limits to where your hate can go.
Christopher Robin.
Fuck Christopher Robin. Fuck that cat. He deserves nothing in life.
An actor.
Morris
You
Chestnut.
hated on an actor who plays different roles, and you say F all of his roles that he played, and the actual real person that you don't know.
Hey, look, man. Here's the thing, man. If you're not hating on everything, then you're hating on nothing. I mean,
Ruben is on fire tonight, y'all.
If I could put that on a shirt with your face, if you're not hating on everything, you ain't hating on nothing.
I mean, I'm just being honest about it, man.
That was hilarious, man. That was hilarious. You're so funny tonight, Ruben.
I mean,
you do what you can.
Yeah, the clock strikes. The clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, true enough.
So,
true enough.
So,
did somebody actually put that in our comments?
Man, first of all this shit was okay. Then they said free Aubrey Graham. I'm not freeing Wheelchair Jimmy. Fuck that.
Hold on. So you had no problem with the Epstein and Diddy shit, but the fucking Wheelchair Jimmy is where you draw the line?
Hey, man, it is what it is. Like I said, you got You got to.
Oh, man.
So, what's on my mind? Very simple. It's almost election time, and you know what? It's my fault. It's 100% my fault. I sit there and I watch this shit on TV, and I've just determined, man, that I just love, like, what do they call it? Like accidents, man. I love shit just to go off the rails.
You just like train wrecks, man.
I love train wrecks, man. And CNN, Abby's show at 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday. That is the greatest train wreck on television.
Hey, G, did this nigga just drop a promo for her show?
I sure did.
He did.
He gave the time and everything. Like, hey, bro, you getting paid something that you're not sharing with us?
Usually you're pretty good about not giving anybody anything on this show. You just laid it all out.
But see, because the reason is because I need people to watch. They need to understand where I'm coming from. Bruh, that is almost a guaranteed train wreck every show. And I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all that smoke. That shit's funny as fuck. I hit Moby up one night. Yo, your boy's on TV on CNN. Byron Donalds. I did not turn that television for an hour because that
First
dude
of all,
is
I forgot to say when you said that, fuck you. That's not my man, bro. You should have said whose man's is this, and then said Byron Donalds is up there. But you said that's your bro. That's disrespectful.
Well, I figured you didn't say anything bad, so I guess you agreed. But nah, man. Yeah. I fully believe that there are some train wrecks that are worth watching. That show until at the very least the 10th of November. It's a train wreck every day, man, and I'm here for it. I'm just here for it. The train wrecks ain't got shit to do with me, but I love to see all these Republican and Democrat strategists, and I love to see people like Bomani Jones up there, just random ass people up there, and just being like, you dumb as fuck. Like, cause I feel like they look at some of these people, man, it's like, what is wrong with you? I swear to God, Byron Donalds got into a screaming match on the show with some Democratic strategist. 2 black men screaming at 10 o'clock at night. Abby couldn't talk. I'm here for all of it. Because that dude looks like a black Teletubby. Fuck him. Like, you know, I'm just saying, man. He does. He does, man. Like, I swear, I feel like he works out so he can get like a big shoulder and big arms. This shit's going the wrong way, bro. You look like a black Teletubby. You look like the one, nah, bro. You gonna mess up our rage, you gotta get out. That's what he looks like to me. Fuck that guy. So, with that being said, hey man, I'm a fan of train wrecks. And if you are too, especially political train wrecks, watch that shit. You will thank me for it. With that being said, thank you for joining a new episode of 5 Minute Warning. Episode 246. Getting close. Getting close to 250. And special announcement. On Friday, it is very possible that we're going to be on the Jay Grizzy Show. I will have our information where we're going to be at inside the Facebook page. So please like, subscribe, YouTube, all that stuff. Because it's going to be funny. That I can guarantee. Also, tell a fan, tell an enemy, tell somebody about us. You know, 9 p.m. every Sunday night. That's how we get things done. And we be on until we feel like getting off. No diddy. And, it had to be said. Check us out. You know, thank you to AG, thank you to Moby, thank you to everybody who listens to us live, listen to us later. Not thanking this dude who put a whole bunch of free crap up here, because none of these dudes should be free, especially Wheelchair Jimmy. His ass don't need to be free for nothing. Just bust his tire, can't go nowhere. And
that's your line still. Fit all those other people up there, and
well, none of these other people will be free. I mean, but Wheelchair Jimmy's the only one that's free. I don't know if the Orlando Brown is free though, but who cares?
Unfortunately.
Is he free?
Yeah. Free to say more random shit.
Who is Orlando Brown?
He's the kid that used to play on That's So Raven.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Wait.
Yeah.
Will he be talking that shit now?
Now. I mean,
he has been. For a minute. It just gets more wild this year though. That whole Major Payne thing between Karen Parsons and Damon Wayans Jr. or Sr.
Damon Wayans Sr. Oh, they were doing something back in the day?
He said on the set, while they were filming the movie, he used to bang all the time on the trailer.
Oh, so he hated. Okay.
I'm just saying,
I'm just saying.
Apparently affected him in a big way, so.
Well, fuck that guy. His career sucks. So, back every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, we thank all of you for listening. Make sure you like our Facebook page. Make sure you like our YouTube page. That way you know we're always on. And once again, we're traveling on Friday. I'm excited. And with that being said, hey, we will see y'all next Sunday. And as crazy as the world gets, we're going to find a way to bring it to you. So, as we always do, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.